Peyton, I'm curious of what you think of a team like Colorado that's maybe a year or two behind where you guys are, but are still on that same kind of learning process. It's showing it can play with good teams, but hasn't quite beaten a few.
Right. No, I definitely think it's very reminiscent of our team last year. You know, we had lots of close games, we just couldn't finish them. So I definitely know where they're at, and you know, I feel what they're feeling. But I know they're going to come in here and play us hard. They play every team hard, and so I know it's going to be a good game, and I'm expecting their best.
Is it particularly dangerous against a team like that late in the season when they're running out of opportunities?
I think, yeah, there's a sense of that, but I think they're just really want to finish a game, you know, and I think they're gonna come up here and, you know, especially with the head of steam that we have, they're gonna try and halt us in our tracks, but we're not gonna let that happen. And like I said, we're expecting their best, and we're excited.
Had any chance to watch them yet?
Yeah.
Are you kind of specifically watching that USC game because they've got a quarterback that's only played once?
I mean, yeah, we'll definitely study that game. One, because it's their latest game, and two, because we can study this quarterback that we're going to see. But when it comes to Colorado's offense in general, they're kind of a conglomerate of a bunch of other offenses we've seen. As far as, you know, they'll pick what has hurt us in the past, and they'll put it in that week. So I'm not expecting to see anything too wild or too different. So I think we'll be well prepared.
Did you know Sefo growing up at all?
I did not. I played against him my senior year in our state championship, and that was about it. He's a stud. I wish we could be playing against him again.
Do you kind of get the feeling that this team has that team of destiny kind of thing with all these late wins?
No, I didn't really think about that. You know, all these games shouldn't come down to these last drives. You know, we have yet to put together a full game, and we continue to kind of shoot ourselves in the foot at key times on all sides of the ball. So, you know, it's I love these scary wins, but it should never come down to that, and I'm thankful nonetheless.
It shouldn't come down to it, but I'm sure you recognize this is something special happening with this team this year.
It's definitely special, but we, as a team, we expected nothing less. I mean, our goal coming in this season was to be as perfect as we can, you know, to get to that Pac-12 championship, to get to that bowl game, to win one game a week. I mean, it was always at the forefront of our mind. It was just to be great and bring this program some glory again.
You guys are ranked for the first time in years. Is that something that you guys can take a step back and take a look at and say, hey, this is pretty cool, or is that something you have to wait to the end of the year to really sort of take in?
It's definitely an end of the year thing, because right now, I mean, these rankings mean nothing. The only ranking that counts is the one at the end. And so, I mean, it's definitely cool. It's definitely something we're proud of. But like I said, that last ranking at the end of the year is the one that counts, not the one right now.
Peyton, can you take me through the touchdown run that Rosen had, and if there was any breakdown, and at what level were you guys having issues with that last play?
There wasn't any communication breakdown. We were just, you know, Rosen scrambled, so we kind of got in a man eyes, try to lock down the receivers so that he couldn't throw, and he got out of that pocket, and we broke contain, and we were all in man eyes, so we kind of saw him late, and by that time, you know, we were all chasing him, and he made a good play.
Was that something that stood out on film? I know that sometimes Coach Grinch has talked about trying to limit explosive plays. Was his running ability something that you guys noticed, or was that something you didn't necessarily expect as much?
No, we definitely came into that game, you know, saying that we're going to force him to run because we knew he didn't like to, and so we did that, and it kind of bit us in the butt a little bit, but you know, at the end of the day, we got the win, and we're thankful.
Talk about how big it was to get those field goals, those stops in the goal line situations, and force those field goals.
Those were big. big time. I mean, Coach Grinch always preaches, make them count in threes and you'll win the game. I think that was a perfect example of that, of how hard our defense plays, how hard this team plays, especially in the red zone, not letting them in except for those field goals was definitely key to the victory.
Rankings aside, how proud are you guys that you kind of brought Washington State back into kind of the national conversation football-wise?
Definitely say we're pretty proud, but we like to think that as much as we love you guys, we try to block out all this outside noise and really just focus on ourselves and getting better every week, so that we can continue to grow as a program and bring that light to this team.
Even early in the season when you guys struggled, everyone kind of talked about what this team's potential was. How satisfying is it to prove, maybe that you guys really are as good as you thought you were?
It's definitely satisfying to finally reap the benefits of these wins that has been a long time coming. We always have seen the potential of this team, and it's definitely nice to see this team grow and get these wins that we've been hungering for so long.
Now that this team has, gotten some notoriety, have former players, have guys who've been kind of helped build this thing started to reach out more?
I think so. There's definitely some older guys that have been kind of hitting us up, just saying, keep going, that we're making them proud, and that's the thing with the Cougar fan base and just the Coug mentality in general. We always have each other's backs, and it's nice to see that support.
You guys are 15-point favorites this week. You've been underdogs most of the season. Does that mean anything to you guys?
Honestly, I enjoyed being an underdog these last games. So it's different not being the underdog, but at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter. They're gonna come up here and we're gonna play football, and it's gonna be a fun game.
Do you finally feel like you're getting the respect that you guys deserve? I know Gabe was a bit fired up after the win at UCLA and saying if you guys are going to keep making us underdogs, keep disrespecting us, well, we're going to keep winning.
No, yeah, it's I'm hoping these teams are learning that, we're not just irrelevant like they've seen us in the past, that we'll punch you in the mouth and we'll outplay you. And I think we continue to show that. And we've been showing that all season, and I think it's taken a while for teams to actually realize, yeah, these guys will punch you in the mouth. And so, yeah, we're gonna keep showing the world.
Any questions on the line for Peyton Pelluer?
Hey, Peyton, it's Cecil with the Seattle Times. You talked about how, forcing Josh Rosen to run was kind of part of the game plan. Is that part of the fact that the defense hasn't allowed the passing touchdown in 3 games? And I guess, how big is that considering the way the defense was last year when it was really hard for you guys to stop the pass?
Yeah, it all comes down to the game plan that Coach Grinch and our coaches put together, and I think each week has been an awesome game plan that puts us in great positions to make plays and to not let those offenses in, like you said. So I gotta give credit to our coaches for putting us in the right position.
What fuels that bend but don't break mentality? It seems like the defense is at its best when it's kind of, backs against the goal line, and the way you guys played against UCLA, you didn't let teams score touchdowns and you kind of held them to field goals. Like, what fuels that with this defense, do you think?
I definitely think it's just our defensive mentality in general. Like I said, we're going to outplay our opponent, and they're not in until they're in. It doesn't matter where we're on the field. That you can put it down, on our one, and we'll play it to the best of our ability. Grinch always preaches, they're not in until they're in, and that's how we face every down.
And finally, after this team has gone through so much the last couple of years, you lost a lot of games last year. What really made you guys believe in yourselves this year and believe that this could be the year that you turn it around and go from there?
I think it was just, seeing our potential throughout all the off season, the workouts, 7-on-7s, fall camp, spring ball, just seeing what this team can really be with this group of guys. I love my team. Everybody enjoys each other's presence and enjoys playing with each other, and I think that's key to what we're doing. And so, we've been seeing our potential all off season, and we knew we could do big things.
Thank you.
Yep.
Any other questions on the line for Peyton? Okay, and back in the room.
How common is that sort of pregame gamesmanship where maybe some guys come on your side of the field and throw a football or do anything like that?
Not common at all. The UCLA basically just straight up disrespected us at pregame warm-ups, not letting us really warm up on our respected side of the field, and they paid for it.
Last question. Back to Colorado real quick. They've allowed 31 sacks this year. How are you guys going to get after the quarterback? And that might be one of their biggest weak spots.
We're going to do what we try to do every week, is just cause havoc back there and play in their backfield. D-line's going to have a great game like they always do. And we're going to try and get back there and make the quarterback make some mistakes. And that's going to be a fun game.
Thanks, Peyton.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.